call vote. It should be noted that Director Beck and Director Yankee are absent, and Director Potts will be online joining us soon. Next up is mission and vision statement. Director Poston, would you please read the mission and vision statement?
Mission statement. The Davenport Community School District is dedicated to growing excellence in academics, the arts, and athletics for every child by ensuring the highest quality education in an environment shaped by a diverse community, preparing our students to be lifelong learners and productive citizens. Vision statement. Education that challenges conventional thinking, prepares all students to compete in a global society, and inspires our students, parents, staff, and community to answer the question, what if?
Thank you. Director Hayes, would you please read the guiding principles?
I'll be happy to. Opportunity. We provide abundant opportunities to empower students to reach their full potential academically, creatively, and socially. Collaboration. We foster an environment that allows students, families, and community stakeholders to come together for the betterment of our students' education and future. Transparency. We share relevant and important information with our students, families, and the community to maintain open and productive communication.
Thank you. Superintendent Schneckloff, would you please read the goal?
Tonight we'll focus on goal number 4, foster the innovative use of finance, facilities, and staff.
Thank you. I will now conduct a public hearing for approval of the sale of 1618 Main Street. Notice of the hearing was published in the Quad City Times. The district has received a contract for the purchase of the real estate for $200,000 from Unileverage Holdings LLC. Before taking final action on the contract, the Board of Directors is required to hold this public hearing on the sale of the above described real estate. The purpose of the public hearing is not an auction, and the board will not accept verbal offers for the purchase of the real estate. The Board of Directors will not be discussing the sale of the real estate during the public hearing. The public hearing is for interested members of the public to make oral comments to the Board of Directors for their consideration before taking final action on the sale of the real estate. Comments must relate to the sale of the real estate and should be limited to no more than 2 minutes. The public hearing is now open, and members of the public wanting to comment to the board regarding proposed sale may address the Board of Directors at this time. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please step forward to the microphone or call 1-305-224-1968 and enter meeting ID 984-8298-4833 and passcode 814884. State your name and address for the record. Is there anybody here that would like to speak? Seeing none, if there are no other members of the public who want to address the board at this time, I declare the public hearing to be closed. May I have a motion on the sale of 1618 Main Street action?
Madam President,
Director Barnes.
recommend that the board approve the sale of 1618 Main Street for $200,000 to Unleveraged Holdings LLC.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. This will be a roll call vote. Director Barnes.
My vote is yes.
Director Potts. Can you join? Not yet. Okay. Director Poston.
Yes.
Director Hayes.
Yes.
And my vote is yes. Motion passes. Next is a public hearing on North High additions and renovations Phase 2 project. The North Y addition will be getting remodeled to better serve the stakeholders at North High. Part of this work includes creating a wrestling room, a dance classroom, engineering classroom, and a pole barn for the CTE space. We'll be using Bray Architects as designers for this project. The preliminary budget for this project is approximately $2,500,000 from the SAVE Fund. Bray Architects will provide drawings and specifications, setting forth in detail the quality and levels of material and the systems for the construction of the work. I will now conduct a public hearing for approval of the North High Addition and Renovation Phase 2 project. Notice of the hearing was published in the Quad City Times. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please step forward to the microphone or call 1-305-224-1968 and enter meeting ID 984-8298-4833 and passcode 814884. State your name and address for the record. Anybody interested in stepping forward? Seeing and hearing none, I now declare the public hearing closed. May I have a motion?
Madam President,
Director Barnes.
recommend that the board approve the 95% plans and specifications for the North High School additions and renovations Phase 2 project.
Could I-
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Again, a roll call vote. Director Barnes,
My vote is yes.
Director Potts, Director Poston,
Yes.
Director Hayes,
Yes.
and my vote is yes. Motion passes. Next up is a public hearing on J.B. Young Children's Village renovation project. The J.B. Young first floor will become the Children's Village preschool. Part of this work includes upgrading the HVAC system on the first floor, a playground, and additional parking. The existing Davenport School Museum will stay the way it is and won't be affected by this renovation. We'll be using Bray Architect as designers for this project. The preliminary budget for this project is approximately $6,800,000 from the SAVE Fund. Bray Architects will provide drawings and specifications setting forth in detail the quality and level of materials and systems for the construction of the work. I will now conduct a public hearing for approval of the J.B. Young Children's Village renovation project. Notice the hearing was published in the Quad City Times. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please step forward to the microphone or call 1-305-224-1968 and enter meeting ID 984-8298-4833 and passcode 814884. State your name and address for the record. Anybody? Seeing none, I now declare the public hearing closed. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Director Poston.
move the board approve the 95% plans and specifications for the J.B. Young Children's Village renovation project.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Again, this will be a roll call vote. Director Barnes,
My vote is yes.
Director Potts, Director Poston,
Yes.
Director Hayes,
Yes.
and my vote is yes. Motion carries. Next up is recognition, and I will turn this over to the superintendent.
So tonight with us, we have our new principal at McKinley Elementary School. His name is Nick Proud. He comes to us from Iowa City, where he has served in multiple roles. He has been in his past life, he has been an elementary principal and served in multiple roles at the central office at Iowa City. Since transitioning to Davenport, Nick has done a fantastic job to get to know the community and the staff at McKinley. We know he has big shoes to fill with Mr. Vincent, who is here today. But we're very confident that the collaborative nature that those two are already working together, that Nick's transition will be successful. He has joined many of our team retreats in both June and July to make his transition successful. Nick, we're incredibly proud to have you a part of our team, and we know that you're going to do great things in a wonderful building. So I would like to introduce Nick Proud to the Davenport School team. And Nick, if you'd like to say a few words, feel free. You got to hit that button on the microphone.
Yeah, I just thank you for the opportunity to be here in Davenport Schools and the McKinley family. They have welcomed me so with open arms and just a great opportunity. I had a chance to meet with a number of staff today, and it was just a wonderful day and being a part of that team. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be a part of Davenport Schools and really look to continue the great success that Aaron had there at McKinley and continue to move that school and the district forward. So thank you.
Nick, we appreciate the energy that you've brought so far, the collaborative nature, and I really think you're going to do a fantastic job at McKinley. So thanks for coming tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And by the way, you are getting a good building. I taught there many years, so. Presentation, Superintendent, R36.
No, thank you. Up next, we have a very exciting presentation. We have a very rich history of the arts in Davenport, and that is not an accident. And so tonight, Rudy Newkirk is going to lead us through a presentation for the arts basics and what they do in our community. But before we do that, I know that we recognized this last year, but Rudy was recently recognized at SAI as the Art Administrator of the Year. So, Rudy, we're incredibly proud of you and the work that you do. Yeah. We have a very strong foundation and tradition in this community, and you just joined that. So, well done, Rudy. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us here. I am here tonight with the Arts Basics co-directors and a few members of our board of directors to share some updates on recent projects and opportunities that we've brought to DCSD, which connects fine arts across content areas and making meaningful, lasting impacts for DCSD students. Tonight I have Heidi Hernandez and Colleen Tomlinson. They're actually going to do all the talking because they're the brains behind the whole operation.
Our organization is a registered 501c3 nonprofit dedicated exclusively to the students of the Davenport Community School District. We work in conjunction with the Kennedy Center as a partner in education. The Partners in Education programming, Arts Basics, and the DCSD together bring unique artistic experiences to students and teachers alike. I would like to recognize our board members who are essential in helping us achieve our mission. If you are here today, please stand to be recognized. These are our board members. We greatly value the voluntary time and expertise that you lend to our organization, so thank you so much.
Our mission is simple but vital: to expand integrated arts education experiences across the Davenport Community School District. We do this by equipping educators with resources, providing students with transformative experiences, and fostering deep collaborations with our local cultural institutions. Tonight, we will show you the powerful direct impact that this partnership has had on our students over the past 2 years. We know that arts education isn't just an extracurricular. It drives academic engagement, emotional growth, and critical thinking. We support teachers with their time and resources by bringing these authentic experiences into the classroom. Arts Basics acts as an active partner to bridge that gap. We don't just host field trips. We seamlessly integrate high-impact arts programming directly into the core curriculum of our schools and that our schools are already teaching. This supports teachers as they focus on curriculum and ensure high-level instruction for their content. Over the past 2 fiscal years, Arts Basics has scaled its operations to achieve district-wide engagement. A key milestone included a targeted early childhood initiative that reached 900 kindergarten students through an integrated arts literacy experience featuring the Indigenous Canadian folk duo Twin Flames. To ensure lasting educational impact beyond these live performances, the initiative included equipping every single kindergarten, elementary classroom, kindergarten support teacher, and the school library with the artist's accompanying literature. Last year, we brought world-renowned Brazilian bossa nova singer Carol Peroto. She engaged every single 7th and 8th grade student in the district through 9 distinct performances. Furthermore, she led hands-on cultural dance workshop for our Creative Arts Academy students. For many of these students, this was their very first time interacting with an international artist of this caliber. To ensure the performance wasn't just a fun afternoon, but a lasting academic anchor, Arts Basics provided professional development for educators. We brought in Iowa Arts Integration Specialist Christina Farrell. 2 years ago, she supported virtual PD enrichment for all kindergarten teachers and support staff. and this was for the Twin Flames engagement. Last year, she worked directly with all 7th and 8th grade social studies teachers across the district, equipping them with the exact tools and curriculum standards needed to bridge that musical performance back to their daily history and cultural lessons. As you can see, these PD sessions are anything but passive. They're targeted specifically in the art form that's being integrated, and educators are on their feet, they're engaged, and they're modeling what their students will experience. The past 2 years, Arts Basics supported the only emerging excellence event in the entire state of Iowa, graciously hosted by our partners at the Figge Art Museum. This event drew elite educators and students from all across central Iowa. Right alongside them, shining brightly, were over 50 Davenport local students. Our students participated in professional juror interviews and advanced art workshops, giving them a taste of the professional art world and validating their creative talents. Beyond these large events, we invest heavily on individual student features and their support systems. Arts Basics proudly funded student scholarships for prestigious platforms, including the Emerging Excellence event just mentioned, Scholastic Art and Writing Awards, the Putnam Film Fest, CAA summer camps for 4th and 5th graders, and Visual Arts All-State, which is a portfolio art competition that awards the top high school artists and art programs in the state. These scholarships remove financial barriers, and they open doors to higher education and future careers. This impact ripples outward to families. We actively engage Davenport parents and community members through robust volunteerism at the Riversance Fine Arts Festival, proving that our community stands firmly behind our schools and our mission. Every dollar, every hour, and resource invested by our board and collaborators is designed to enrich the lives of Davenport youth and support the incredible work of our teachers. We extend our deepest gratitude to the board, the district administrators, our principals, and our founders and classroom teachers who welcome us into our schools. Together, we are ensuring that Davenport students receive a vibrant, art-enriched, world-class education. Thank you, and we welcome any questions you may have.
Thank you. Anybody got a question? We appreciate everything that you do for our students. So thank you very much, and we appreciate the presentation.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you. Next up is open forum. Open forum is a time for members of the community to give input at a board meeting regarding school district issues or concerns. Individuals who want to speak, please fill out an open forum request and give it to the board secretary prior to open forum. The form is available in hard copy for in-person attendees or on the school board page of the district's webpage. For those who want to participate virtually, virtual participation must email their request to boardcomments@mail.davenport.k12.ia.us by 3 p.m. on the day of the board meeting. The board will not act on any issue presented during open forum if it was not published as an agenda item. Open forum meetings law prohibit actions on any issue that is not on the agenda. The president may set the amount of time allowed for individuals to speak, which will be 2 minutes. The board asks that no charges or complaints be made against individual employees of the district or community. Remarks that reflect negatively on the character or motives of any person will be called out of order. You will be asked to state your name and home address prior to making remarks. Please note that board meetings are recorded and the recordings are available online. We have one open forum. We didn't have any call-ins, did we, Stacy? Okay, thank you. And I'm really sorry, I'm going to mess up this name. Fenton Keller? Did I say it right?
Yes.
Oh. Push the button until it turns green. And state your name and address and go for it.
Finton Kelleher, 3304 East Kimberley Road, Davenport, Iowa, 52807. Good evening all. My name is Finton and I'm with the Quad City Storm hockey team over at the Vibrant Arena in Moline. I just want to take a quick minute here tonight to talk about our 5th annual Education Day game field trip that we're doing this season. So each year we welcome thousands of students from across the Quad Cities and the broader Quad City metro area for one of our normal hockey games, but it's actually a field trip built around one of our games. This season, our game is going to be Thursday, October 22nd at 10:30 in the morning. So one thing that we've heard from schools in previous seasons is that they want to see a clearer educational component to our field trip day. So this season, we've really honed in on that, and we are currently working on a bring your lesson plan to the rink for this season's game. So we are providing teaching materials that teachers will be able to have a pre-field trip where students have to do some research about hockey. So they turn up to the field trip kind of, ready to learn during the game, as well as stuff they have to do during the game itself, as well as some assignments to be completed after the game as well. So in previous seasons, we've been fortunate to have schools travel from all over the region. We've had schools come from as far as 2 hours away for this field trip game, but we would definitely love to see more Davenport schools in attendance for this game. Like we say, we know field trips are pretty hard to organize. They can be a hassle. We'd love to make that easier for the schools in this district. I did give out some flyers. I don't know if they got to you guys or not, but yeah, we'd love to work with you. I know that many of the schools I've spoken to over the past few years say that the district kind of handles how their field trips work. So like I said, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. Our contact details are on there. And yeah, we would love to have more Davenport schools for our field trip this season. Thank you.
Thank you. And I did pass out the flyer to everybody up here.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Did I miss it? Oh, I did. Going back one, board reports. Anybody have a board report? Director Barnes.
Not necessarily a board report, but since our committee of the whole was not streamed, I just wanted to acknowledge and also thank Bruce Builders and Bray Architects for the tour last week of Smart Intermediate. What an unbelievably impressive facility going up in the west end of Davenport. I was incredibly impressed with the facility, with the vision, and what that's going to do also in that particular neighborhood. It's an incredible investment by our community and by this school board and by the school district. And just wanted to acknowledge that on behalf of, I think, all of my colleagues who were able to participate in that tour and preview of what's going to be just amazing.
Anybody else? Director Potts, do you have any board report?
I do not.
Anybody else? And I echo what Director Barnes said. It's very impressive to go in there and think, wow, this can be a whole new building. Next up is the consent agenda. May I have a motion?
Madam President,
Director Hayes,
I move the board accept the consent agenda as written.
could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up is committee reports. Breaking barriers.
I'm still trying to schedule a date for the fair sometime in August.
Thank you. Legislative advocacy.
Yeah, we've met and gone over our legislative priorities, and we'll be discussing those here later on in the meeting.
Local School Advisory Committee. I don't think they meet till fall school. Yes. You can.
In the upcoming weeks, what we've done in the past is we have utilized the strategic plan that the board votes on to guide the LZAC for feedback. So the cadence that we have is we choose a selection of the of the strategic plan, we present it, The community asks questions, and then they go out into their section of the community, come back the next meeting and give us feedback. And then we present another section of the strategic plan. They ask questions, they go out in the community, ask for feedback, and we're going to be presenting that right alongside of the strategic plan. So because that's kind of been the cadence in the past. So going to discuss that with the LCAC members coming up.
Thank you. Long-range facility planning.
I would say we haven't had a meeting yet recently, but just our tour that we took on the committee of the whole meeting last week of the new SMART gives us all a personal eye view of what we've been attempting to accomplish with our phase 1 and phase 2 construction.
Thank you. Policy, not at this time. Recognition, not at this time. Finance.
We'll be having our monthly meeting on August 20th.
Okay, thank you. Next up, items requiring action. The title in this is incorrect, but the description is 100% correct. We are choosing a member to serve as our delegate for the UEN assembly in November.
Madam Chair,
Director Poston.
I nominate Director Potts to be our delegate at the IASB annual meeting.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And now we also need an alternate.
Madam President,
Director Barnes.
I'd like to nominate Director Poston to be our alternative delegate.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Next up, Centennial One purchase. Could I have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Director Poston.
move the board approve the fiscal year 27 purchase of Sentinel One Security Solution in the amount of $58,854.25 paid to Capital Area Intermediate Unit.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Mimecast renewal.
Madam President,
Director Hayes.
I move the board approve the Mimecast renewal in the amount of $63,250 paid to CDWG.
Could I have a
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, desktop computer refresh. May I have a motion?
Madam President,
Director Hayes.
I move the board approve the purchase of 65 desktop computers in the amount of $84,175 paid to Bytespeed.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Power School Business Plus renewal 3 years. Could I have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Director Poston.
move the board approve the contract with Power School for $266,364.38 for FY 27 and the additional years at $277,818.08 and $289,764.23 respectively.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Director Barnes.
Not necessarily a question, but a comment. The auto escalation on all of these software initiatives is frustrating, and I hope as we consider multi-year agreements in the future, we will do our best to try to limit the auto escalation. It just adds up, and especially in these times where we've got fiscal constraints within the district to commit to and get locked into a multi-year contract and not feel like we've got some leverage here. This is a way that all of these firms are getting rich off of us, and they lock us into needing their product in a way that that concerns me. So I'm going to vote affirmatively for this. This is a great product, but the auto escalation is frustrating from my standpoint.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same
Aye.
sign. Motion carries. Next up, legislative priorities, UEN and IASB. Could I have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Director Poston.
move to approve the selected legislative priorities for IASB and UEN.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Policies for board approval. Director Barnes, could I have a motion?
Yes, I'd like to recommend that the board approve the following policies: 402.06, 503.11, 210.05, 504.06, 603.06, 604.03, 605.04, and to drop policies 40122 and policy 40210.
Thank you. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Discussion items. The boiler replacement at North.
We were working on the boilers at North, or starting to work on the boilers at North for the high school project, and one of the boilers we thought was going to last us longer failed in the meantime. So we thought right now would be a good time to do it, since we have the piping getting redone, the space getting redone. We just thought we'd update the boiler since it failed. So this would be the cost to replace that boiler in place of where it is. Any questions around that?
Questions? Director Poston.
So how old is that boiler that failed?
The boiler is not very old. I believe it's around 10 years old, but it had damage, I guess, when it was originally dropped off. It fell off of a pallet or something, or a truck originally. Again, I'm not positive on the past of this, but apparently it happened. So they repaired it the best they could at the time and put it back into use. But at this time, they believe it's not fixable anymore.
So did we get compensation at that time, or you probably don't know?
I have no idea.
Could we make sure that the new one, if it falls off, we get some compensation?
I pray nothing like that happens, but yes, we would make sure we get compensated for that.
Are we saying that the reason the boiler failed was a result of the damage that was done 10 years ago?
I think the life cycle was shortened, yeah.
So the contractor installing the new boiler, is it the same contractor that installed it 10 years ago?
No, these are different contractors.
That makes me feel better. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Next up, Madison roof section replacement break contract.
Madison roof has got a section of the roof that's 25-ish years old. It's starting to fail. I think one of the last storms kind of elevated the risk level of where we thought it was and started to leak around the building. We thought about doing an emergency repair, but to replace it immediately. But we realized we could patch it good enough so it's not leaking right now. So this is just a little roof section that's failed, and we need to replace it before it leaks more. That's really the gist of it. Bray's fee for this project is not listed on here, I noticed, and it is $21,000, I believe, will be for them to do the drawing and design of this so we can put it out for bid. Any questions?
Director Barnes.
Just curious, and I'm glad you mentioned Bray's fee. They're not currently working on a project associated with Madison, correct?
No, I don't believe so.
Are they just our default for even a project like this? I mean,
actually, we used to use a different firm for roofing projects more often, and the person we used was really good at doing roofing projects. We really liked him, but he just recently retired. So we switched our architect for the roofing for this project specifically.
Okay, I'm a fan of Bray. I think they do great work. It just seems that on some of these smaller projects, there might be some benefit to at least being in discussion with someone with additional firms. So just a friendly comment.
I do talk to some of them. So.
Anybody else have a question, comment? Thank you, Josh. Next up, North Baseball backstop replacement.
So North High School's backstop is just a chain link fence, and if you've been to that field before, I believe the bottom of it's covered by some padding, but it's wore out and bent and starting to fail. So it's kind of a safety issue, actually. If kids run up against it or slide against it, they can get cut. So in order to kind of bring them up to speed with where people are, the rest of the district, or get them closer or more similar to Central's, we were talking about replacing this backstop with like a wood backing with pads over it, and then more of a tall, smaller netting fence that people can see through better. It'd be more to today's standards for most of the baseball fields you go to for high schools.
Any questions? Okay.
What fund are we paying for this out of?
This is coming out of Pepple.
Any other questions? Okay. This will come up down the way. Superintendent's report.
Thank you. There was quite a bit of buzz around the district today for multiple reasons, but the first one, everyone was talking about Roger Craig and Roger Craig's induction. I'd like to thank Sergeant Nyrink. He happened to be going through Canton a couple weeks ago and picked me up this shirt. It's got Mr. Roger Craig on the back in his class. I think Roger Craig did an excellent job exemplifying what it means to be a quad citizen, especially a Davenport student. You know, he talked about his upbringing, the hard work nature of his parents, the best friends connections that he had. And if you look on Facebook, there's people from Jefferson Elementary School that he went to school with that traveled to the enshrinement, and just the integrity and the honor and the hard work that he put into putting together his speech was second to none. So that there was quite a buzz around Davenport schools today. Earlier today, this room was full of new teachers, and it's one of the most exciting days of the year. I'm really proud of our TLCS team. They put together the induction program for our teachers, and there's quite a bit of buzz in the room. We have new to teaching teachers, and we also have teachers that are coming from other districts. It reminded me that our turnover rate is down, and then our retention rate is up. Even though we had quite a bit of retirements last year, we are a destination for teachers. We are attracting high quality talent. It was very evident around the room today. It was a beautiful scene. I remember my first day sitting in that room. I met some of my best friends that are still my friends to this day, and so it is a pretty energetic day. Since about mid-June, we have been working with the Department of Ed on a series of citations around the areas of removals, manifestations of Black and African American students with IEPs. What we're really working on is a set of professional developments for our staff and for our and the improvement of our overall system. This collaboration is going really well, and we believe it's going to have a positive impact on our students. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Administrative report?
No,
That's
this time.
none. Board requests? Nope. Board reflections? Dr. Barnes?
I think perhaps in this brief meeting, great job, by the way. The thing that excites me most is the commitment to the renovation of this building for preschool. It further demonstrates the seriousness of this school district around preschool and preschool education and the expansion of preschool education and investing in preschool education. There is no better dollar for this school district to spend than on preschool and expanding preschool for our students. It's the best investment in their education, in the future of this community, and in the economic success of this town. So it excites me to see that 95% approval for some changes here to invest in that important initiative for our school district.
Thank you. Director Potts?
Is that me?
That's you.
Oh, okay. I would probably echo what Director Barnes just said about preschool, but it's just part of the overall thrust that we've and path that we have chosen in the last few years of upgrading and making sure we had stellar facilities, and we're succeeding in that respect just by the comments of the superintendent about our retention of staff is up, on our attraction of some experienced teachers coming to our district is up. Those are all pieces of the same puzzle that we have collectively been working on.
Thank you. Director Hayes?
And to add, with the retention up and the turnover down, also the information that superintendent provided from the Department of Education and the professional development, prayerfully with that, we'll see some increase with the academic success of some of the students of color, since that seems like that number never really goes down. I'm hoping to see some change with that. And also, again, want to welcome and recognize Nick for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you more often.
Director Poston?
I'll just follow up to what was already mentioned as far as all our projects that are taking place right now. We're near the end of phase one, well into phase two. I'm excited about what we're going to do for preschool. When we've been going to the legislature and lobbying in Des Moines, there's been a lot of discussion about preschool, and we've gathered, a lot of facts and figures on preschool. And, the one thing that really sticks out, for every dollar that's spent on preschool, there's a $17 return. So again, I'm excited about what we're going to be doing as far as our preschool program.
Thank you. Superintendent Schneckloff?
From the agenda planning that occurred before this, I feel like we're really developing a cadence that's recognizable and repeatable to our community when we do our strategic plan, when we set our legislative advocacy points. I think that's a very powerful thing. You get a predictable environment. Also, just can't emphasize enough what a wonderful job Nick has done so far in his first month of school, and I'm excited to see what you do in our district, Nick.
Thank you. I like it that you bring the new administrators to the board, because we don't often get into the buildings to meet them, so I appreciate that. The preschool, I think, is exciting because you need to catch them when they're young. you need to get that foundation and get it started. And so I think we really are investing in that. And Art Basics. I want to thank them for investing in our students. They gave us a brochure, 2,224 students served. That's awesome that a community group would that heavily invest in our students. So I appreciate that. And with that being said, Director Potts, could I have a motion?
I move we adjourn.
Could I have a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign.
Who are you talking to?
Meeting
I'm
adjourned.
talking to the school board people. It's okay. We've adjourned. Did you, did you hear